Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft Mesified server, and we're down here in the Logfellas secret headquarters. Do you know what? This place could do with a little bit of love. This tunnel needs to be extended all the way down here to where we are building the war machine. That's right, the war machine is being built. You can see it back there. We'll take a closer look in a second because the focus of this episode isn't actually the war machine. It is the witch farm, which we started a couple of episodes ago. We're going to finish it in this one. We've done most of the construction. It's been relatively simple. Now we've got to fill it up with skeletons and get it all up and ready to go. I want to have that thing up and running by the end of this episode, but in the beginning here I want to show you my progress with the war machine. So a couple of episodes ago we gathered up all the materials that we needed to build this thing. We dug out a big space for it to go into, and then I left behind some notes of the things that I hadn't gathered yet, and Rendog, like a true log fella, like a soldier, came over here and deposited all of these things for us to build. Now I was just looking at this and thinking we've hardly used any of these redstone blocks, and I noticed that the note says redstone wire, so Ren went above and beyond there, so we're going to have a lot of redstone left over, which is a good thing. And yeah, this is the tree farm, the war machine, that's going to change how log distribution works on this server. We're going to have so many logs, we're going to change the game, destroy the competition, so to speak. But this is a tree farm, a universal tree farm designed by Ilmango that I've been steadily constructing. And the plan was to have this thing completely finished by the time I wanted to start recording this. And due to some severe internet issues, I have basically been cut off for hours at a time and have not been able to finish building this. So a few more hours and we'll have this built up all the way up to where that glass is, and that means that it will be finished and ready to go. Now this tree farm, I couldn't explain the ins and outs of it, but some bits should be fairly obvious. For example, all of these hoppers are to collect the saplings, and because of the translocation bug with the pistons, some of those saplings will get pulled behind them, and that's why you'll see lots of hoppers in and amongst the redstone behind all of the piston as well. So the pistons, they push the logs that we grow in the middle here around to the side. They go off in this direction, and I've sort of finished constructing all of this massive, basically a conveyor belt around here. It's going to push all of the logs like across and upwards, and then over there down to an area where duplicating TNT will actually destroy the logs and drop them into this water stream down here. So then they're going to get collected and go into a little storage area down the bottom here. It is all very, very cool stuff. But when building this, I didn't realize just how tall this farm is going to be, because there is this bit of redstone that heads up here, and then it goes off to the side and it goes even higher as well. The top of that right there, where you see that piston, that water and that TNT block, that is actually just outside Biffa's base. It goes above the surface by one block, and it is something that I didn't really think about at the time, and it's going to be okay. We'll be able to fix it. That's just something I'll do at another time though. I want to be doing the witch farm right now, not working on this tree farm, so we might come back to this later on in the episode, but for now we're going to head over to the witch farm. So you may notice something a little bit different about this area, or you may not, because we haven't really paid too much attention to it, but if you look down here at the swamp, you'll see that there is a lot less grass, and swamps usually have a fair amount of grass in them. I've been going around and removing some of that because, of course, slimes can spawn on them, and we don't want slimes spawning, we want witches spawning in our farm. But enough about that, we'll come back to that one later on, as what we will be doing later is sort of preparing the area for the witch farm, and we got a witch in there right now, which is a good sign, and some blocks have been blown up. Wait, what? A lot of blocks have been... What's happened here? Okay. There's slabs missing at the top. There's a lot of ice missing in the middle. And a lot of glass missing. And trapdoors. I can't offer you an explanation right now other than... Can creepers... Well, no. Creepers can't spawn in there, first of all. Can a creeper have got in there? And then... I don't have an explanation. I really don't. I'm just going to have to fix it. So, all cleaned up, and I got to say that was really mysterious as to how that happened. I mean, a creeper wouldn't spawn in there. How could something explosive get in there? I just don't know. But anyway, we're going to focus on getting the skeletons into the farm now, which is kind of like the last step, you know. Once you've done that, this thing is ready to go. A little bit of tidying up around here, and that's about it. So, how do we get these guys into the farm? We've already built the loading system. I think I'm going to do it like this. We will place a minecart down here. Now, they have all been put on top of glowstone, which is a little bit unfortunate because you can't place rails on glowstone, as you can see right here. So what we will do is break the block, the skeleton will walk towards us, there'll be a minecart down there, and then they'll get set up to the correct location. So we're going to do the bottom row first, but what I've just realised is, very important thing, we need to give these guys their bows, and I think it'll be a good idea to give them before they're sitting in those little areas, otherwise I'm going to have to try and get close to them and chuck the bows at them and things could get bad. So now what we've got to do is go through the process of making those bows. I had 500 levels a couple of episodes ago, all that XP reserved for doing this job, and I've lost them all, so it looks like I might have to take a trip to the gold farm to get this next bit done. This time I think we're going to use the Enderman XP farm instead. The reason why? Because we get to check out CubFan's new tunnel right here, next to the one that we're building on the side here, a very similar theme. Those two are going to look fine next to each other. And check it out, I think this is really lovely. I love the banner that's been put on the side here. Definitely represents the end. And my inventory is full. It's going to give us a boat. Yeah, then we've got to place it down on the ground. Make sure we pick up our book. But yeah, I've got everything that we need. We now just got to head over there and enchant all of these things together. And you are in my way. Get out of my way, buddy. That is one little problem with this tunnel right here. There is a diamond in this chest. It is an invisible diamond. I can't even see it. How do I know it's there? I think someone took a invisibility potion and just left behind a diamond, which is pretty cool. But these actually might help us with what we're going to do next. So we will give it a try with an invisibility potion, taking off our armor to get the skeletons in there. But yes, we got to prepare ourselves first, and that means picking up a few more things while we're here. It's always fun to fly in this game, and I think we got exactly what we need. I did a little barrel roll there as well, which was cool. I think we want to put down a detector rail somewhere here. I'm just going to put it over in this space for now, and we will have a dispenser facing upwards, a detector rail like that, and a hopper on the side. This means all of our bows can go in here, so let's just dump all of those into there. Excellent. I think, yeah, we will have one left over. And that means when the skeleton comes out of here and it goes over, yes, it's going to do that. Now, why isn't the hopper picking it back up? I believe that's because the block is now powered, and now it'll actually pick it back up. Interesting. But yeah, the skeleton would pick that up. Then the skeleton would be sent off in this direction and go inside the farm, which is pretty cool. But I did have a little bit of a think. Another thing I'd like to do here is add some extra glass on the sides, just so that they don't see me sort of hanging out over here, although they are going to be in the glass there. Yeah, we'll put in some extra glass. Anyway, we're almost ready to go here. I believe there isn't too much more preparation we can do other than this. So the plan was to put the minecart there. That's not going to work. We have to power it after the skeleton has gone down below. That might be a little bit tricky. Let's break that. Then let's break this block. Hi. Hey, you should have gone right in there. Oh, jeez. That's the way. No. Again, it looked like he got right inside the minecart and he didn't. Yeah, we gotta... Oh, what? How did it kill itself? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we'll have to go in from the side so that we can do it like this. This little holding area they've got, it's kind of a bit of a pain. And now I need this guy to kind of look at me, and he's not going to do that, is he? He's just going to ignore me. Come on, that's it. Yeah, walk over here now. Oh man, this might take some time if we can't get them out of there easily. I'm sure there's a way I'm probably not thinking of, but if you would just walk onto this track, then we could put down a minecart and send him on his way. Okay, how about this? Yes, yes, that's the way. Off you go. Do you get the bow? Yes, we can see he's got the bow, and he can't see me, and now he's neatly rested in there. I've got to be super careful this guy doesn't spot me now. I put a lot of glass around, and you can see already he's interested in the iron golem. That's fantastic. Hey, no, don't look at me. Look at that guy over there. Go on, shoot him. Awesome. Oh, man, the arrow looks so cool because it's dark inside there. Now, I know some of you are going to be screaming, use an invisibility potion. The thing with invisibility potions is if you're standing right next to the mob, you know, nudging it, trying to get it to go somewhere, that's not going to work. It's going to see you. So we can't use those, but that seems to be the way to do it. But that was also because this guy was standing forward like this one is. So it's still going to be tricky to get them off of that glowstone. Oh, no, on your way, my friend. There we go. That is now 3 of them, I believe. Let's cut through here. So... Except I forgot... Oh, no. Okay, we might have just got away with one there. Got to send that chap back. There's going to be an extra bow to pick up there. I really panicked. I really just thought, oh no, I've ruined everything. And hey, you go that way. Excellent, excellent. Oh, we definitely got away with one. There's a minecart lying on the ground there, and now it's gone into the correct spot because I corrected the redstone. You've got to hit these switches each time, you know, and it's so easy to forget them. So now that we've got 3 of them in there, that's great. Look at them all firing away. Excellent. They are our little workers now, and it means we can dismantle some of this. We can extend this over by a couple, which I've got to do very carefully because they are right there. And then the bottom floor, you know, will be done once we put in a couple more of these. And what did I say? There would be one up here because that guy already had a bow, so don't want that one to despawn. Let's put it in here. Okay, let's see if this works. Gonna drop you down. Oh no, you're gonna slide out of there, are you? Won't go in the minecart. How typical. Oh, such a pain this is. That really looked like it would work. Now he's just standing there. A creeper blew up. This is unbelievably difficult. Come on, guy. No, don't go that way. Ah, he's going to go over the top. Well, is he in a minecart? You didn't take the bow. You telling me you think that iron sword is better? I can't believe it. It's taking me an age to figure this one out. The reason... Oh, don't back away. Oh, this is so annoying. The reason they won't go on the rails is because they don't like to walk on them. So you've got to bring them out like this. And then you've got to place the rail at their feet. And then you've got to put the minecart there as well. And all hell breaks loose. And there we go. Excellent. Make sure you pick up a bow, guy. Oh, something over there is unpowered where I've been tidying up. Man, this guy is kicking my butt. He doesn't have the good bow yet, but he's still... causing some damage. Right, there we go. This time you're going to come back. You're going to get your fancy bow. Excellent. And off into the farm you go. I was trying to show this earlier. Look. Can you see me getting nudged along? Let's press F5. I don't know what this is about. This happens a lot in this area. There are these weird points where you stand still and then all of a sudden you start getting pushed around by something. Right, I'm not moving. Just so you can see this in action. Because I can see it doing it, but you might... There you go, not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. What is that about? What is that about? I don't even know. Okay, I've done this enough times now. It should be easy enough. That's right, that's right. Pay attention to me. Get in that minecart. Off you go. And up to the top floor. This is the first guy to go to the top floor. There you go, pick up the boat. Excellent. And in at the top. Awesome, so just 4 more to go now. We actually only have 1 left over here. Man, get out of my way, zombie. Just 1 skeleton left. 3 of them were killed in the process of making this thing. It means I've got to go explore at night and try and find some of them myself, which is going to be a bit of a pain. Oh, I think that's it. It's been too long. It's been too long for me today on this server. Yes, look at that. All 15 are now in place. I'm going to be honest, I didn't enjoy that. That was quite frustrating, but I will enjoy what we get from this, which is a little bit of a lesson, I think. Sometimes things aren't always enjoyable, but the end result will be. We're going to get so much redstone, so much glowstone from this thing. It's going to be amazing, but right now nothing is spawning in it because we are right next door to it. So I, of course, got some cleaning up to do. We're going to tidy up all of this mess. I'm going to perimeterize this area here a little bit, just put some slabs around it. Fill this thing up with glass, you know, make sure everything is safe. You know what I'm talking about here. And then we can get to the next stage, which is, in my opinion, is the exciting stuff. This probably was interesting, but the actual process of doing it wasn't particularly exciting, and I don't really want to repeat doing that again. Evidence. I've got the evidence. Our iron golem down the bottom here has died, so it would appear that they can actually shoot them every so often. And the top 2 floors are still going, but the ones at the bottom have given up now because there isn't an iron golem. So I've got to try and reinstall that. I don't know how I'm going to get him in there because, well, it's going to be a little bit of a pain basically with these iron trapdoors. Alright, we've sorted out that problem, and the base here has been tidied up with some slabs. And I was thinking, rather than slab all the way around the outside here, why don't we just tear up the grass, fill it with water underneath where this roof is? I think that'll look pretty cool. But anyway, we're going to move on to the fun stuff now. It's taken me a while to get to this point, but we are ready to start working on the perimeter. So we're going to hop over to a copy of this world on my computer, and you'll see exactly what it is that I'm going to be talking about. Can you see it? Do you need a hint? Do you need a tip? What's all this going on around me? There is a whole bunch of glass. That is right, a lot of glass indeed. And this is the glass that represents the perimeter from the AFK spot, which is going to be somewhere around here. So we will stand here and mobs will be able to spawn inside of this sphere, but anything outside of it will instantly despawn. Now that's only sort of true if I'm the only person on the server, and basically this is 128 blocks in each direction outwards from the player. And the reason that we have this sphere is so that we can see where it is that we need to work on our perimeter. So on the surface we don't want any mobs spawning here, and in the swamp we need to stop slime spawning as well. So that's why I've been digging away these areas, and you can see we've got to go a little bit further back. Some bits will be quite high up. We've got some terraforming to do there, and then it goes around the side. So I need to meet up with Mumbo and have a little chat about what he wants done in this area over here, because as you can see it goes right up against the side of his base. And originally I was thinking maybe turning this thing into one big swamp would look pretty cool, but now I'm sort of leaning towards just tidying up the landscape and putting down torches everywhere so mobs can't spawn. And then it'll go right up aside his base, which is why I need to talk to him. So anyway, we're now going to go into spectator and see what needs to be done under. What's really cool is that the way this sort of works, you can actually see the area and see which of the caves that you need to light up. So I need to do some exploring down there and light all of that up. And as you can see, perfectly aligned right here, our witches won't instantly despawn until they're outside of where the glass is, and of course the killing area is just above that. So that is why we've got that AFK platform up there, and you can see everything has been thought of in advance. Mr. Mumbo Jumbo.
Hello.
Hi. Did you like your melon beacon?
I did. I like the melon beacon. And did you build the torch as well? I'm assuming you built the torch as well.
I put a flimsy looking torch there, yes. That was me. I'm glad that you liked it, because I felt a little bit guilty doing it, to be honest. That's why I just put the melon blocks around the outside.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, people seem to come here quite often and build various... You can see I was at AFK the other day, melons there. Just people come here, take my melons, build them on my various objects.
Yeah, I was about to ask, did you relocate them down there? Because I was actually over here earlier trading with some of your villagers. I needed...
Right, yep.
I needed a flame book. One guy had it and I managed to get them, which is fortunate. But as you know, you're in the same area that I'm. Well, no, this is I'm in your area.
Well, yes.
Building a witch farm over here. If we follow the beacon, we will get to it. And because of this, I need to condition the area a little bit, because there are mobs spawning, and I've got a couple of ideas on how to do that. But since I'm going to be, on your turf, so to speak, I do want to make an offer to you and say that you can come over here and grab redstone from it if you want, because I know you like your redstone.
that sounds like a pretty good offer to me, to be honest with you. That sounds brilliant.
That's awesome, because you are also going to be helping me farm, because you're going to... Wait a minute, look up the top there. That's not good.
What is that?
That's spiders spawning on the top of the farm.
Is that bad? Is that not meant to happen?
I think that's extremely bad news. I think the top of this farm is incorrect. We will not worry about that. That explains a lot, because there was an explosion in there when I last checked this thing out. Anyway, getting sidetracked. You're going to be in the area loading this farm a lot. So what I need to do is condition the area for my AFK spot, which is up there in the sky, and it just means that this side, where all the land is between your industrial district and my farm, needs to be either flattened or fully lit up. And what I was thinking it would be fun to do is terraforming it a little bit and have the swamp maybe extend around the side over here a little bit. So basically I'm asking you for your permission to kind of dig in this area and change things up.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely fine by me. I don't have any plans for this place right here. As you can see, my industrial district sort of ends in this sort of area.
Okay.
So I can imagine it will be absolutely fine. It will be perfect, and it will look really cool, because then I'll be able to see your witch farm from my industrial districts, and I can almost pretend it's mine.
Yeah, I will have to make this thing look pretty. As of right now, it doesn't look especially interesting, but yeah.
I think it looks pretty cool, and I really like. What is this? I mean, I'm sure you've explained plenty of this in your videos, but this is really like seeing the arrows fall down through the water. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's how you get rid of them. So they're shooting at the iron golems at the back. The water stops it from reaching to them, and then this floaty sand right here, it actually destroys the arrow entities, which is pretty
really?
clever.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it's very technical stuff going on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But Mumbo, thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna make sure this thing is working pretty good, and then you'll have some redstone in exchange for all the help that we have here.
Awesome. Sounds perfect to me. Sounds perfect.
Do you remember the sphere? You probably do, because that was just a moment ago, whereas for me it was quite some time ago. I have been digging like crazy in this area, and the sphere sort of came over to this area, and you can see that we've cut all the water back all the way over there. We've dug away all of this land. There's evidence of that right there. And I've gone round and hit up most of the edges. There's still a few big bits here and there. I think that chunk of land needs moving back, but most of it has sort of been sorted out. And this area right here has been spammed with torches. That goes over to that side over there as well. And I do believe some of this flowery area needs torching up as well. So there's probably a little bit more work to be done here and there, but I feel like I've done the bulk of it. And over here as well, you may notice that there is not a lot of land in sight in the middle of the swamp. We've dug all of that away. Over here, I've dug it back as well. And I believe, is my sound off? No, it's not. It's just quiet for me in my headphones right now. So, with all of that done for now, I think it's ready to say this thing is sort of done. I need to do some more caving underground. I did do a large part of it as well, so a lot of the things that need to be done have been taken care of. But we don't have an entrance for this place. It's one of the things that I've overlooked. And somewhere around here, there should actually be a way down below. Now that I think about it, we're going to have our row of hoppers, and then it's just somewhere right here. Let's actually put up a torch. I guess I could put it in my offhands because of dynamic lighting, and then that way we can see what we're doing, which is sort of cheaty in a way, because you can't do that in vanilla. And somewhere here, there should be a ladder. Oh, and there it is right there. Okay, down we go. So I managed to do a little bit of AFKing just before we started work on the perimeter, and that is actually really reasonable for the amount of AFKing I did. I didn't even say there were actually other people on the server at the time as well, so I say that's really good. Look at that redstone, gunpowder, we've even got sugar and bottles. We'll never have to craft those again if we want to do brewing. And I've forgotten just how good all of this stuff is. That's awesome. Okay, so I got some tidying up to do. It's good to see that we're actually getting some drops, and I think what I'll do is set up a basic expanded storage down here just so that we can actually get all of those drops, because it looks like this thing is pretty efficient. Okay, it looks like overkill. It sort of is. It's not very convenient either. You don't really want things stacked up like this, but we'll of course come back here in the future and make this farm more efficient, do all the tweaks and changes, give it a proper entrance, and of course a proper storage room as well. Or maybe something else. I've got some other ideas planned as well. But anyway, we get to take all of these goodies back to our base now. I think before we do that, I should find a moment here to AFK, because I've got my camera account on the server, and I'd like to see the farm in action. So we're going to head all the way up to the top, but bear in mind, CubedHost are on as well, so we might not see much. So the two of them logged off, and the rates aren't especially fantastic at the moment. I thought they would be a little bit faster, considering that we've dug a decent perimeter, and we've done some caving as well, although I probably haven't done enough to make this work 100%. So there is still more work to be done. I'm standing up in the sky, we're watching from my camera account, so that won't, cause mobs to spawn in other caves. So this is currently the rate of the farm. You can see that it's not ideal, but there are witches spawning, which is a good thing. But anyway, we are done with the witch farm for this episode. It's time to move on to something else. So we are back at the war machine, and my plan now is to get this thing up and running for the end of the episode, so you know that in the next one there's going to be some serious logging business. But anyway, nothing much has changed except this side over here, and I've sort of gotten to this point where we've built everything at the back, we've built all of the stuff down at the bottom that's kind of different, and above this sort of height here that we got to, everything basically stacks upwards. So I've focused on this side over here first of all. You can see I pulled all these minecart hoppers in, and they're needed because redstone travels up and down the hoppers. It's all crazy stuff, and I just wanted to show you this come together bit by bit. So similar thing on this side over here, and I think what we'll do next is, well, this little section that I have managed to fall into. Now this is the way that you build a tree farm. It is coming together so much quicker now. So another section on this side done. I guess that means we've got 2 more to go. You will never guess what I've just built. We built this side over here now. We can rip out all of this stuff right here because the war machine is done. But I'm sure that's not the last of it. You know, I'm probably going to turn this thing on. It's not going to work and I'm going to cry. I'm going to go into a little corner. I'm just going to cry because I've put hours upon hours upon hours into this beast of a machine. I put my diamonds into these iron blocks. Ren, I'm sure, has put a lot of time into it too. And it's basically time to fire it up, which I'm not going to do on camera. Or maybe I will, because I am anticipating so many things to go wrong. I didn't bring saplings with me. I'm supposed to be a log fella, and I didn't bring saplings with me. Here I am, going around, getting all of these bones, and I'm not thinking about everything we need. Is this where the bones go? You can see those hoppers down there. They probably go into... That's where your saplings go. And then somewhere down there... Yeah, that one right there. Can you see it? That's where the bones are going to go. It might actually operate when the farm is off. So if we chuck in some bone meal, we might see it or hear it make its way up there. No, nothing. Okay, anyway, let's convert all of this. Let's actually try and run this thing, you know, on camera. I'll go get some saplings and we can give it a whirl. It is time to declare war on the birch butts, which is why we're starting with birch saplings. We're going to grow some birch trees. We've got to stand on this, hit that lever, place down our sapling, and here we go. Oh man, it's doing it. It's doing it. And that is a crazy, crazy noise in my eardrums. Oh, no, I don't want to look at the dispenser. Hey, why am I getting pushed up and down and jigged about? I hear TNT. Let's go see it in action. Up there, if we look round the corner, we should see it. Yes, amazing. However, it's blowing up nothing, except clay, apparently, because there are no logs up there yet. So, part of this farm being finished is actually getting loads of the logs into this area right here so that it can push all of them around. It means you can have loads of logs in storage. And as you can see just over here, there are some logs, but there's also some pistons here as well. Maybe they weren't supposed to actually be there. Something is definitely not right with this farm. It looks like it needs some repairs because there is all sorts of funkiness going on, and this just doesn't look right at all. Why are these pistons missing? What is going on here? Why am I no longer able to place down saplings? Yet you can hear my other account trying. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's going to take me probably even more time to figure this farm out and repair it at this rate. Okay, the war machine is partially working. To be honest, this looks totally broken and funky. If we have a look over here, you can see that there are pistons being pushed through this as well. But we're about to get to the bit where it actually starts to... It looks like some of these pistons here aren't even needed. Yeah, not sure what's going on with that. But yes, some of the blocks are about to be destroyed by TNT. And I think there you can see it. That was a sticky piston. Let's see our first block to be harvested here. Come on now. I'm not seeing them drop into the water. Am I blind? Maybe they need to push out a little bit closer. There we go! First logs harvested with the tree farm. This thing needs some fixing for sure, but you can see it right here. It's going to work. We're going to automatically get ourselves stupid, ridiculous amounts of logs, as you can see right here. This farm's going to be amazing. So I got my work cut out for me here. When we come back in the next episode, we've got to meet up with our fellow log fellas, show them the work that we've been doing. But that means I've got to get it working because there are clearly some problems with it. But it is producing logs, which is amazing. So that is going to be it from me this episode of Hermitcraft. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like on the video. As always, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.